I wonder if you've ever had the privilege of inheriting ancestral love. I have, and it came from a great grandmother I never met. See, when my grandfather, when he was 12, he was sort of living as a peasant farmer, and they did these rounds of tests throughout the country to see if kids were smart enough to go to school. And he did the test, and he was told that he could go to school, but his parents told him not to. They wouldn't want him to go to school because he was so clever on the farm, and they wanted him to stay on the farm. And he was so upset that he went into the woods and he took his wooden backpack, because back in the day, a wooden backpack was sort of like the Swiss Army knife of life. It was like your essential tool back in the day in Korea. So he went into the woods with his wooden backpack and he smashed it to pieces, promising to never go back home and to educate himself. But then by the third day, as he's out out in the countryside, he's like starving already, and he gets taken in by this farmer who starts feeding him. But then the farmer also calls his mom because he knows who he is, right? So my grandfather, he's looking out the window and he sees his mother approaching, and he goes out and he's like, I'm fucked. He knows he's gonna get the beating of his life, and he approaches her ready to get smacked, and all she does is hug him, and then she lets him go to school. And he went to school. And I think as a result, he was much more lenient on his children, my father. My father was super lenient for me. And I understand that love is freedom. Love is the freedom to do what you want and not do what you want. I know this because my grandfather was shown that freedom by his mother, and it was passed down to me. That's why this is something that I know so well, that I realize it's hard for other people to understand, because they think love is transactional, that it's about control, but it's not. And when you really understand that and let go of that control, you'll start to see what love is. Maybe you have your own stories about some ancestral love that was passed down that told you that truth of love that hopefully we all get to figure out one day.